Hi everybody, this is Ollie Cantos here, and I am so excited about the things we're going to be talking about today during this installment of the Visionary series, because I am not alone in talking with you today. I have my boys Leo, Nick, and Steven with me, and so what we'd like all of you to do is to pay very close attention to the little vignettes about life that we're going to be talking about, because regardless of what business you're in, regardless of whether you work for somebody else or not, the reality is that there are a lot of very small special truths that we can share with you today that can really just help with life. And then at the end, we're going to be talking later. But in the meantime, I want to introduce you to the guys.
Okay, so...
let's see, I'm going to just move it over. And for those of you who don't know, we're blind, so in case, just a slight apology for if we get the camera off. But okay, go ahead, buddy Leo.
Alright, so I'm Leo.
And Nick, where are you?
Over here. Hello.
And Steven.
Hello. I'm Steve.
Okay, so guys, let's head forward like usual. Okay, so as we're doing as we walk along, I want all of you as who are watching this video to realize that we are on a journey of life. All right? When we think about where we're heading in life, we each have our own life's path, whatever that might happen to be. And each of us has our own perspective, no matter who we happen to be. And so when you think about your own life's journey, as we head to the right, you look ahead and you see what's ahead of you, but you only see so far. You can't really see all the way with the way that we're heading, okay? And so the guys are heading forward. And so as we come up here, we're getting closer to a particular split here. And this is a hallway not unlike any other, but it's also symbolic of life, because in life we have different decisions to make. We can head in different directions based on what we decide to do in terms of where we want to take our lives. And so we could head to the right, or we can go straight ahead. Okay? And in our case, we are going straight ahead. So as we move forward here, I want you to think about your own lives. I want each of you to think about your own lives and where you are heading. Are you excited about where your life is heading? About where your life is taking you? Are you the active driver of that life, wanting to make sure to take control and to control the direction of your life by the conscious decisions that you make? Or do you sort of just let things just sort of happen? Whatever the answer might happen to be, the thing that we all need to remember is that in any given day, we have the opportunity to change our lives for the better. And even when there are obstacles that we don't necessarily see ahead of us, when we get to the obstacles, when we have the right tools in place and we know what those obstacles are, we can make our way around those obstacles. And when we do, we continue on our life's journey like we are doing now. And so, in the same way that each decision is part of a chain that leads us to our next series of decisions, the reality here is that each of us has that amazing opportunity to make the most of our lives. And even as we do that, we have to remember during any given day, no matter who we are, no matter what our background, and no matter how difficult things may be in certain aspects of our lives, we have to literally and symbolically, we have to stop and smell the roses. Okay? It's really important that along the way, we do that. And as we do that, we still make our way forward. And when we do, there are those who are leading in front, and there are those who are also following along behind the leader. But all the while, all of us are heading in the same direction, and we all know where we are going, even though there might be times when we don't necessarily see the final destination with the path we're on right now in terms of where it all goes. But in this particular case, as illustrative with life, even though we don't necessarily see directly where it is, because we know our life's journey, and if we have a good plan in place, we'll be able to proceed forward, and we do it really, really carefully. And so what I want to do now is to remind all of you too, that as we continue to appreciate life and all its beauty, we also need to do everything we can to take one step forward, one step at a time. And while we do that, and we move forward with everything that we have to do, we also must keep in mind how life just has such a series of circumstances that have brought us to where we are today, whatever those circumstances might happen to be. So we are a part of the Prosperity Team, which is part of the Empower Network, specifically because we know that this is the vehicle that will take our lives to the next level. So when you think about moving forward, whether in this business or anything else, I want you to think about what has happened in the past. Are there things that have happened where, we're going to stop here for a second, everybody. We're going to stop here for a second. Okay? Are there times when we have baggage? There might have been things in the past that we have had to deal with, okay? And yet, with the things that we've had, that have happened in the past, we have had different things happen to us, okay? Other things have happened to us too. And what do we do with all of these things that have taken place in the past? These are all of the things that have happened that may have held you back in the past. But no matter what those things may have been, it's important for us to know that whatever they are, that we take all of these things and we take them all one by one, and we see what they are, except we take them and we crumple it up, and we literally, guys, I need your help here. Hold out your hand. We take all these things, hold on to this, take all of these things that we have just shown you, all of this stuff, all these things that have held you back, and you take all of them. Okay, open the bag, and this is our baggage in life, everybody, okay? Take all of it, and you throw it away. Okay? That's what we have to do when it comes to our lives. We might have been in situations where we've had failure, where we've had different disappointments, where we have wondered if things we've put our hopes and dreams in something, and then it turns out that things didn't work out. We might have had instances where, because of the things that have hurt us in the past, or because of being burned in some way, or because of just things not working out, we wonder, gosh, you know what? If the things that I've done in the past I've failed at, well, this may very well be one of those other things that I might fail at. That's one way to look at at life. But the other way to look at life is instead to say, no, we are going to, like we just did, symbolically, we get rid of the baggage of the past, okay? Whatever we might happen to do. And as we get rid of that baggage of the past, we'll be able to see that along the way that there are wonderful opportunities that we have to move ahead. And imagine your own lives with the kind of life you want to build and the kind of money you want to make. Imagine that because of your hard work and because of linking up with us as part of the prosperity team, imagine that you will have an ATM at your fingertips. Imagine that. Imagine that whenever you come up to one of these, that you'll be able to have the money to withdraw whatever amount of money you want, and that you'll be able to make your way forward because of having built a strong and solid business. And also imagine for a moment, as you think about life and its amazing journey, imagine that somehow through working with the right people, that you will be able to be with some of the most amazing people that you've ever met in your life. And that's what we have with the prosperity team. And imagine that because of all of the hard work that you've gone through in life, imagine that at any time in your life you can have access to any amount of money that you need. And that's why it's important for all of us to be mindful about the opportunities that we have in life. All right, buddy Leo,
Yeah.
I want you to share some insights, son, and why don't you tell everybody just some thoughts that you have, son.
Well, I want to talk to you about why it is important to work hard. And my perspective is that because I'm still a teen, right now working hard for me is basically just so I can get like an A in whatever subject. But in the world of adulthood, yes, that's what you call it, that it's a lot harder because you have to make sure to keep your job. And with the business that we started, you work hard, yes, but it's really, really fun, and that's what every job should be like. At least that's what I think. And now I'm going to pass it to whoever next.
Okay, Nick.
Now we will all have failures. We all have mistakes. Don't think of yourself as a failure because you made a mistake. That's what most people who make mistakes and don't want to do this and the thing that don't end up not getting anywhere. And you should try. If you made a mistake, you should try again and improve so you don't have to make a mistake again. Same mistake. Mistakes are actually very, very. They could be good things because you improve and you learn from the mistakes. but that everyone makes mistakes, and people don't have to feel like failures because they made a mistake.
Exactly, Nick. And Steven?
I'm gonna for the law of it, to improve your mistakes, you have to think like this. Everything that you think about, positive or negative, will come to you. If you think that you're gonna get money, you're gonna get wealth, as long as you take action on it, you'll get wealth. If you think you're not gonna do well in this test, say you're a child and you're taking a test, you're not gonna do well on the test because you thought about it. But there is always a delay. There is always a delay so that you can think about things better, and so that everything that you think about does not come true all at once. And as long as you take action, you'll get what you want. And patience is the key. You can't expect everything to just come to you. You have to have patience, take action, and believe.
Exactly, Stephen. And so that's why we wanted to talk with all of you now about the importance of believing and making sure to understand how you are at the right place at the right time with us. Because we, just like anybody, can always find reasons to give excuses about not building a solid future. We can say we have different circumstances in our lives that make life more difficult than might be the case for other people. But the reality is that for any of us, we each have our own set of circumstances that, if we allow them to, can hold us back. But we don't have to do that here. Here, as part of this business, with the Empower Network and particularly being a part of the Prosperity team, we have an amazing turnkey system that allows people to proceed forward. And so the reason why we wanted to talk with all of you today with regard to some key principles about life is that we each have our own life path, whatever that might happen to be. But no matter what our path is, if we take if we think about the old failures, the low self-esteem, the negativity, having victim thinking, being in situations where there are things that were out of our control, that things happen to us, and we just really just had some major obstacles in our lives, we can either allow those things to govern our lives and move down a path of negativity and cynicism and just saying, well, you know what, there's never any hope. Or instead, you can lock arms with us and realize that you can dispense with all those things and literally throw them away. Because as Tony Robbins says, the past does not equal the future. You might have had opportunities in the past and you thought that, hey, that was your way to succeed, and then maybe things may not have worked, or there might have been something that you thought, hey, this is my way, and in spite of how things worked, it just turned out not to work as well as you had thought, whatever that might happen to be. But here you are again seeing yet another possible opportunity. And gosh knows, we've all seen them. But what makes us unique and very, very special here as being a part of this amazing online marketing business is that we take life principles and personal development and we combine that with a solid knowledge of internet marketing, where you can make a solid income online, and you can do that from the comfort of your own home, and by following the steps that we show you one by one, and by putting into place a turnkey marketing system that literally works for you whatever else you're doing, whether you're asleep, whether you're awake, whether you're at a job, or whether you're off having fun, or whether you're doing anything. We have a marketing system that really, really works, and it really has such an amazing potential for those who use it well and who learn how to do it right, and who literally take action, learn from the mistakes, improve their approach, and repeat the process again, but do it with what we call the 8 core commitments, and doing it every single day and making sure never to give up. But it isn't one of these things that just take, oh gosh, well, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years to do if lucky. This is the kind of business where we can build this, and we literally can just put several months of hard work into it, And then as a result of that, we can build the kind of income that we just have never even imagined possible. It's just, there's so many wonderful things that are part of this. Imagine that literally we can be going about our day, and many of you who've seen other installments of the Visionary series have seen that with the various things that have been shared, that I have been off doing other things, but yet I can still talk with all of you and leave you some thoughts of some real substance, and in leaving you those thoughts of substance, I'm still building this business. Imagine having the kind of business where you just blog every day, you share who you are, you be the best you that you can be, and then as you do that, imagine more people following you, because there is nobody ever in the world who's ever existed or who will ever exist again who is exactly like you. So imagine being a part of a network of people who just care about one another and love one another and really support one another and inspire each other. Imagine being a part of something like that and just making something out of it in a very, very special and intense way. And also, I want you to imagine yourself being with us at the next event. There are so many exciting things in the future. So there are some action steps that I like, as usual, to end with, and we'll be, if you do these two things, then it can really significantly change your life. The first thing is get a book called The Power by Rhonda Byrne, Byrne. And that is a book that talks about the force behind the law of attraction. And the law of attraction essentially says that we get what we think about, good or bad. But what is the governing force behind that? And how do we give power to the law of attraction in a way that's conscious, so that way we get everything out of life that we want? So the first action assignment for today, get the book, The Power by Rhonda Byrne. And the second thing is, I would love for you to join our business. I want you to click on the link below this video, and I want you to take action right now. Get your blogging platform started. It's just $25. It's nothing. And then get started with us, and then from there we'll coach you on how to take things to the next level and how you will truly be able to succeed if you lock arms with us and you follow what we do. It's just amazing. And when you get involved with our business, we will show you specifically, I will be in touch with you directly, and I will show you how we as part of the prosperity team do business in such a way that puts everything practically on autopilot. And it's just the most amazing thing. And you are never going to get training better than this about online marketing. You are never, ever going to get this. And you can apply this anywhere, whether you have a brick and mortar business, or you have you're part of a multi-level marketing business, or you're part of another direct sales organization, or you just want to do something different with making a secondary income, or you want to make this a primary operation. You can really take this and build it to the next level. And I'll tell you what, we've locked arms with some of the best leaders in this business through the prosperity team. And we really want you to join us. So with those two things today, with this installment of the Visionary series, and thanks to my boys Leo, Nick, and Steven for their insight on all of this too. The other thing I want to tell you is you can do this as a family, and over time, as you see more stuff with us, you'll see how we just have just a lot of fun with everything, and at the same time, while we're having fun, we're just building this business. So I want you to join us, and it's just going to be awesome. So here is to a great future, and we want you personally to be involved with us. If you stumbled on this video just by going onto YouTube and finding us there, then go to visionary-team.com and provide me with your best email address, and I will tap you into various insights that can really significantly lead to major changes in your lives. Or if you are already a part of my system and have been hearing from me on a regular basis, I want you to take that next step, and by clicking on the link right at the bottom of this video, so we can take our relationship to a brand new level. So thank you so much, everybody, and here is to your success, and see you next time.